Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks tonight. Guys, wow, what a great comeback win for the Lakers tonight, guys. They went out there and achieved the goal in the fourth quarter after a horrendous, disappointing third quarter performance by the Lakers. It really seemed that they were going to lose the game. There was a lot of unconfidence going into the fourth. But, Luka Magic, man, LeBron James, Rui Hachimura with his back to back threes that gained us the lead in like 4 minutes left remaining in the fourth quarter. And they just went helm after that. And it was just a really good performance overall by the Los Angeles Lakers. And I will say this, and Daniel, you put it out there real good. Thank you for joining ZSN on YouTube. I really appreciate it. It was an ugly win, but a win is a win, especially with these type of circumstances of how the Lakers um, are doing. When it comes to these wins so far, of how the Lakers are trying to win games. And I just have to say it, I'll take it. Any type of win we'll get, let's get them, because, the Lakers have not been a really good team. And, it really sucks that we didn't beat the Clippers last a couple of days ago, but, it was a missed opportunity there. It wasn't LA, so, you would think that they would have played a much better performance, but unfortunately they didn't. But, it's kind of like a back and forth situation now, which I kind of hope it's not the case. That's why I kind of hope that maybe a trade will happen, hopefully very soon. But just to improve the roster, I mean, just somehow just to add some defensive players, depth wise, to the Lakers roster, or at least part of the rotation, at least we can be competitive in the Western Conference. But it seems like it's not the case so far. But I don't know. We still have a couple more weeks to go for the Lakers to make some improvements in the rotation. We just have to wait and see what Rob Pelinka has up his sleeve to potentially make that happen. So we just have to wait and see. So yeah, an ugly win, but I'll take it. Absolutely. What's up to you, Daniel? Thank you so much for joining, man. I really appreciate it. You're one of the OGs on ZSN. So continue love, support. I really appreciate it. And for those of you who are watching at the moment, go check out Daniel and his YouTube channel. He talks about Lakers content, and of course he does gaming. So go check him out. Show him love, support. I really appreciate it. Samurai Beast Warrior. The refs tried to cheat the Lakers. Yeah, I mean there was a couple of refs. They were just really screwing the Lakers. Half the time. But when it came down to it, I mean the fourth quarter, the Lakers were just not going to take that sitting down, and they just went out there and dominated. And especially when it came to Luka Doncic and his amazing performance out there tonight, when it comes to all said and done. And we're going to get to the stats in just a bit. But before anything, like always, please be sure to like this live stream. Of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So please be sure to follow me all across social media. I really appreciate it. And hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. Let's continue to grow ZSN all over social media and, of course, on this channel. So subscribe. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's just get right into the Lakers win tonight. It was a good win, an ugly win, but a win to win any chance that we get from this Lakers team. And it was just a good effort all around. But the efforts came from the fourth quarter. It didn't look pretty in the third. I know that it was horrendous. I kind of felt at one point we're going to lose the game, and it was just that type of feeling, going into that game, going into the fourth. So, and just how things were starting off, it didn't look well. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks, they were just letting it up in the beginning of the fourth, but then somehow a miracle happened. When it came to Luka Doncic stepping up, LeBron James stepping up, and of course Rui Hachimura with his back-to-back threes, that really was key to the Lakers winning this game when it came down to it. And plus a little bit from Jake LaRivia, and obviously Marcus Smart. He's been awesome for us. I mean, since he gotten subbed in for Austin Reeves, and it was just he's playing his role, at times. But when majority of the time, he's been awesome for the Lakers when it comes down to it. So um, so he was great out there tonight. But we just should have seen more efforts. In the third, but unfortunately we didn't. But in the fourth, they showed up an amazing finishing way, and it was just they showed up, and it was awesome tonight. Obviously, the player of the game goes to Luka Doncic. He played against his former team in the Dallas Mavericks. This is the second time he returns as a Laker to Dallas, so it was another emotional type of maybe not emotional in the like in the crying sense, but emotional night for Luka Doncic to show up and dominate against his former team, and that's what he did. I mean, 33 points. Out there tonight, went 3 of 8 from the three, had 11 assists and 8 rebounds out there tonight for the Lakers. He did have 5 turnovers, but it was all made up at the end with the efforts that we saw from Rui Hachimura and LeBron James in the fourth. So, but overall, guys, I mean, Luka Doncic had a really good game out there tonight. Player of the game, Luka Magic, he was awesome tonight for the Lakers. LeBron James, 17 points, went 1 of 3 from the three and had 8 rebounds and 5 assists, 1 steal and 1 block. Um, he was, showing up. I mean, he helped us out in the fourth. I mean, and with the rumors that are spreading around, I had to bring this up because I didn't bring it up. Um, it really seems like maybe the Lakers and LeBron are reaching a potential divorce, possibly at the end of the season. If that's the case, maybe we should trade him at the trade deadline in case something happens, so we get something in return for LeBron. But I don't know. It kind of seems that way because the chemistry, and plus what we'll be hearing from Jeannie Buss and the reports from Shams Charania, it's just really. I hate to really bring this up now, but it seems like we may hit into that type of directory of having LeBron, seeing LeBron as a Laker for the last time this year. But we just have to wait and see. I mean, it could end up him going back to Cleveland and ending his career in Cleveland. I mean, that's honestly the best alternative for LeBron. But you know, at this point, it is what it is. At this point, I mean, maybe things will change. You never know in the next couple of days or possibly next couple of months. Maybe the off season. But we just have to wait and see because he will be a free agent at the end of the season. So, but it is what it is. I could go in depth about my feelings about LeBron, but well, I really want to talk about this big win tonight or this ugly win, but a win nonetheless for this Lakers team. So let's just get on to it. But great night for LeBron out there tonight. Marcus Smart, he was great tonight for the Lakers. 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists. He did have 2 blocks in the game, so his defensive abilities has been sensational since he got inserted into the starting lineup, adding some defense to this Lakers team, especially with how badly we don't have enough defensive players on this team other than Jared Vanderbilt, DeAndre Ayton, but he just hasn't lived up to the expectations that we were hoping to see on a nightly basis when it comes to his abilities to give us double digit type of performances every single night. But it just hasn't been that case, and especially on the defensive side of the ball when it comes all said and done. But great night for Marcus Smart. He's been our rock when it comes to our defensive efforts. DeAndre Ayton, as I mentioned, 9 points, 11 rebounds. Not bad there, but still, his presence is surely needed for every single game. I think, if anything, he should have showed up in the Clippers game, but that's a whole different discussion for a whole different frustration type of day when it comes to the DeAndre Ayton situation with the Lakers. So, but I guess you can say a solid rebounding effort for DeAndre Ayton. Jake LaRivia had 13 points out there tonight, went 2 of 6 from the three, had 6 rebounds out there tonight. He had a solid night out there tonight for the Lakers, so great job for him. But Rui Hachimura, man, Finally, we've seen the shooting efforts that we've been missing from this Lakers team since he's been out. Obviously, he's still working the bench, and it's just obviously where he's needed with the lack of just players being out, especially Austin Reeves. So we need the help that we can get from our guys out there. So, adding some depth. So Rui Hachimura, 17 points out there tonight with 4 of 7 from the three, 8 rebounds, and 1 block out there tonight for the Lakers guys. I mean, he was sensational, especially his back-to-back threes in the fourth quarter that really, gained us the lead at one point. Just kudos, great performance out there tonight for Rui Hachimura out there tonight for the Lakers. Jared Vanderbilt had 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 steal out there. I mean, he continuously brings us his defensive efforts that he brings on occasion from the bench role position, which is obviously needed and needs to be more improved upon when it comes to our defensive efforts on the bench side of things. So, and just players playing the role, and he's been doing so, since he's been out of the doghouse from JJ Redick a couple of months ago. So it's great to see him. Obviously being a huge part of this team out there tonight. Jackson Hayes, 6 points out there, had 1 rebound, surprisingly. But it is what it is. But overall, guys, I mean, Gabe Vincent, man, he played for 15 minutes and yet he only put up 0 points and 1 rebound. He did have 2 steals, not bad, I guess you can say. But all I know is, guys, we just have to trade the guy. We really need to. I mean, he is just not working out, not breaking out, and do what you have to do. Trade him for a second round pick or something. Do something just to get us like a solid rotational guy or something, or just package a deal or something. Because I'm tired of seeing him, just not living up to the expectations that we once wanted to see from him during his times in Miami. It's long been gone since. So, but it is what it is when it comes down to it. So, but yeah, guys, other than that, I mean, it was a great win for the Lakers. A comeback win, which was awesome to see, witness. But we should have seen more efforts, when it came to in the third quarter, which is, it kind of, you know, bummed me out, when I saw how big of a lead that the Mavs got in the third quarter. They were up by 34. I mean, scoring. I mean, they scored 34 points with the Lakers 16, I believe. So it just did not look right, and the Lakers should have, showed up in the third, but thankfully they made that up in the fourth. And with the efforts that we saw from Jake Larivia, LeBron James, and of course Rui Hachimura out there tonight. So it was an ugly win, but a win nonetheless for this Lakers team. So great job from this Lakers team. Hopefully they continue on with this road trip that they're on. So I didn't check the schedule who they're playing next, but I think last time I checked, it's probably against Chicago, but in their next game. But I might be mistaken. But I'll check I can just check right now. Actually, let me just give me a moment, so I can just show you guys the schedule for the Lakers, because these wins are so important. The Lakers have to win these type of games because it's just one of those type of games where, especially when it comes to the next one. And let me see here where, yeah, it is against Chicago. So they have Chicago on Monday. Wednesday, they have the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland. And then Friday's matchup against the Washington Wizards, which is going to be against Trey Young, as a new added addition to the team that he got traded to a couple of weeks ago. So that'll be a matchup for sure that I'm really looking forward to. Then you have February 1st on a Sunday, where they face the New York Knicks. I could show you guys this. Hold on, let me show you guys this so I won't be just looking at the screen. So sorry about that. It made things kind of awkward, but there we go. So There we go. So yeah, as you can see here, guys, yeah, the next opponent for the Lakers, obviously Monday against the Chicago Bulls, and then Wednesday against the Cleveland Cavaliers, then Washington, and then the New York Knicks, as I mentioned, to start the month of February, and then Tuesday. I believe the trade deadline is on Thursday, I believe. So it will be a home game that the Lakers will end their road trip on February 3rd. So we could expect possibly next 2 weeks something could potentially happen when it comes to a trade. But again, we just have to wait and see. It's another scenario where we just have to wait and see type of thing. So, but it's a good news, guys, because the Lakers they have basically one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight home games. So they will be remaining home after this 8 long road trip. That they will hopefully get some wins under their belt. But hopefully, by the time that we pass the trade deadline, that they make some sort of move that makes a bit of a huge difference when it comes to improvements on the Lakers roster. And just seeing the Brooklyn Nets as their last road trip kind of puts some indication that maybe they could make a trade with that particular franchise, as we all know about the rumors that we've been hearing about when it comes to Michael Porter Jr. and just a plethora of, I forgot the other player's name, but he's a really key center that we looked at a couple of times, um, that the Lakers could potentially look at as potential trades. So it's just another scenario where um, maybe that will be their end results of just trading, somebody for to improve the roster that way. But we just have to wait and see. So um, they have a good history of trading with the Brooklyn Nets. So you know there's a good relationship there. So maybe possibly something could happen with Michael Porter Jr. and just the player's name escapes me at the moment. I could look it up just real quick. So there we go. Let me look it up real quick so I can. Let's see here. So yeah, Nick Claxton. Yeah, that was the name. That the name escaped me at the moment. So it's either could be a package deal with Nick Claxton and also Michael Porter Jr., who has really flourished when he started playing for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, he was awesome with the Denver Nuggets. He was their X factor at times, but now with him being basically the scoring number one scoring option for the Brooklyn Nets, things have been positive for him. But things could end up being a possibility if he joins the Lakers. You never know. So Nick Claxton and Michael Porter Jr. could be a trade target for the Lakers if somehow no trades come their way. But yet, just ironically, they've been in the rumor mill, and we've been seeing some of the aspects of the Lakers making trades to improve the roster. And what better way to do so than to do it with this Brooklyn Nets team, in which they have a good history of making trades with. So just saying, you know, it's a possibility, and the trade deadline it will be the next day, as I mentioned. So it is a possibility that maybe a trade could happen between those two franchises before the end of the trade deadline, which is February 5th. So it is something that, puts a lot of consideration, when it comes to what the Lakers want to do at the trade deadline. So, but hopefully they can take some wins and, you know, gain some wins and just, you know, end up, finishing this road trip on a strong note. As we see, Lakers are 2-0. No, sorry, 2-1 on the road trip now. So it seems that things are looking pretty positive, I guess you can say. But at the same time, there's still flaws to Lakers. roster. So in their game, it's just been very frustrating at times. So yeah, just had to bring that up. So obviously they have the Chicago Bulls on Monday, so that'll be a hopefully a potential win. But knowing this Lakers team, it's always been a letdown for sure. So that's why I hope a trade happens very soon. So it's just my hope, hopefully, for the Lakers to do so. Hopefully. All right. Let's read some of these comments before I end this live stream. I really appreciate all of you for joining me. Thank you so much. Let's see. Let's read this comment here. Only scored 14 in the third, allowed the first 6 points in the fourth, and still won. Yeah, it still boggles the mind. I mean, I just saw the end of the third and the scoring, how that went. The Mavs have 36 with the Lakers 14. So it was disgusting to witness. And I felt after the beginning of the fourth, they allowed them to score 6 points. I felt that the game was over because they just allowed a disappointing run to start the fourth, and it was just very disappointing. But then Luka Magic, man, came out of nowhere and started scoring along with LeBron, and then Rui Hachimura shooting back-to-back threes. A little bit of help from Jake Larivia. I mean, there was just a lot of good positive moments that we saw in those particular maybe 5 6 minutes. Uh, you know, going into the game after that 6 point score from the beginning of the fourth quarter. So it was just a good moment that the Lakers just did not want to lose this game against the Mavs, and it's just they have to win it tonight. So especially for Luca, just to win against his former team. So it's just it just obviously went in a positive way for the Lakers in that fourth quarter. So great job, an ugly win, but a win nonetheless. 16-0 when leading in the second half. Yeah, that's true. It really was, and like I mentioned, it was all because of Luca. It was because of LeBron. They made that possible along with Rui Hachimura. And, you exactly. Yeah. Black Samurai was back tonight. Absolutely. We just have to wait. We just needed to wait. I mean, the guy just needed to get his bearings back in after being out for quite some time. And, it's just obviously it was really needed. His shooting was real needed for this Lakers team. So, it was just a matter of time until we saw the shooting efforts coming from, Rui Hachimura that we missed so much. But I think it's just the right move to have him coming off the bench because the lack of depth, as we mentioned. So with Austin Reeves still out, it's kind of still brings a bit of a question mark about the rotation anyway. So you need it. You needed to have Rui Hachimura to add some depth in our second unit. So it's the right move. But hopefully, once Austin Reeves returns, we can hopefully wait and see for Rui Hachimura to make his return to the starting lineup. But at this point, things are looking good so far with Jake Larivia in the starting lineup because it kind of helps at times, especially Marcus Smart. We need his defensive efforts, as I mentioned. So it's been awesome. I mean, he's a defensive-minded guy, so we do need him as part of the starting lineup. So because it has helped at times, but still, we need improvement still in the defensive side of the ball for the Lakers. So hopefully the trade happens soon. Ayton had 4 rebounds on one play. Oh, he did? Okay, then very impressive, I guess, because he did have a total of 11 rebounds. So for sure, I agree with you on that. So not bad. Not bad, I guess. I mean, I guess if I don't know if I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it has to be a good thing of having 4 rebounds in one play. So that has to do possibly with the offensive rebounds that he gained on, but I'm not sure. But yeah, for sure. Bulls. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I knew it was against the Bulls. but I just had to double check. So thank you for telling me. I really appreciate it. Congratulations, Lakers. Yeah, I mean it was it was an ugly win, but a win. Okay, I'll take it. How things look with the Lakers roster, we had to just make sure that we get the win. So, I mean, it was just a missed opportunity in the third. And I kind of felt that, oh my goodness, we missed an opportunity there. Then the fourth quarter, it didn't start off right, but then everything went back to normal of how it went in the first half of the game, which was pretty good efforts that we saw from the Lakers. But I don't know what went wrong in the third, but they gained all that and recovered in the fourth, and it was just such a good win for the Lakers to achieve. So I'll take it. I'll take it, and hopefully they can show up against the Chicago Bulls on the road in Chicago on Monday. So let's hope for that. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, it was a great win, a great comeback win for the Lakers. Hopefully they continue this drive and this motivation. Hopefully going into these remaining road trip games. As I mentioned, they will be facing. Let me just show you guys real quick. Yeah, they will be facing the Chicago Bulls on Monday, and then they face the Cleveland Cavaliers on Wednesday, January 28th, and then Friday against the Washington Wizards with Drew. Sorry, Trey Young, excuse me. I don't know what's going on with me. So, yeah, Trey Young, and then Sunday's matchup against the New York Knicks, which possibly could be a loss, but I hopefully not. I mean, hopefully they show up in that game. Hopefully they show up in every single game. So that's my hope. But again, it's unpredictable at times for the Lakers. So yeah, then you have the Brooklyn Nets, which, as I mentioned, Darren, they could win that game because they are also not a really good team in the Eastern Conference. So maybe a trade could potentially go down, but because as I mentioned, the trade deadline is on February 5th or February 6th, somewhere like that. So it could be a possibility that they can make a trade with the Brooklyn Nets before the trade deadline. So, and there's been a lot of rumors surrounding the Lakers and the Brooklyn Nets and Michael Porter Jr. and Nick Claxton. So it could be a possibility, as I mentioned. So it is a possibility that they could potentially make a trade with that particular team. They have a good history of making trades with one another. With the D'Angelo Russell trade and Dorian Finney-Smith trade, it was a really good win for the Lakers in that particular year to get Dorian Finney-Smith. But still, they can once again make a trade with them again. And we already heard about the rumors about Nick Claxton in the past being part of the Lakers and making a trade with the Brooklyn Nets for him. So it could be a possibility. I mean, and Michael Porter Jr., I mean, that would be an awesome signing or potential, player to potentially get. So uh, I think he'll fit well, and also with Nick Claxton as well. So, they can fit well with Luka Doncic, and just imagine what he did with the Denver Nuggets. I mean, if we can have that type of version of Michael Porter Jr., it will be awesome, sure, for sure. And but we just have to wait and see what's out there. And I think if anything, maybe a first round pick is worthy of those two guys. One, maybe, but you never know. We just have to wait and see. And plus, just giving up expiring contracts to the Brooklyn Nets, which I think they obviously want. So, or any team really. That's what's enticing. What the Lakers are offering is, expiring contracts. So, uh, that could be a possibility for Lakers make a trade with. So, you know, it's out there. We just have to wait and see. So, hopefully, it happens soon. Then there's the Herb Jones and with the New Orleans Pelicans. So it could be one of those type of teams that the Lakers could make a trade with. But again, it's a waiting game. It's a wait to see type of situation with the Lakers and what they want to do in the trade deadline. So So we just have to wait and see. If they don't make a trade, it will be a disappointment. And for sure, I think Rob Pelinka's job is done for at the end of this season if he doesn't make a trade. So just saying. So. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I want to thank everyone for joining me on the chat and showing me the love and support and giving me your thoughts and your opinions. It's great that the Lakers won tonight because I've been tired of seeing the Lakers lose some pitiful type of games where they could have won a couple of them, aka the Charlotte Hornets, the Kings a couple of weeks ago, the Clippers a couple of days ago. I mean, there are supposed to be easy winnable games. I know that the Lakers did beat the Clippers this year, right? I mean, I might be mistaken. It was probably the beginning of the season. Um, so I don't know why they couldn't show up and beat them this time around, but it is what it is. And I think it was on the road against them. I might be wrong. Maybe it was last year's. I might be mistaken, but it was a winnable game that the Lakers could have beaten them, but they didn't show up in that game. Along with the Kings a couple of weeks ago, and then you had uh, the Charlotte Hornets, which I felt was one of the most disappointing losses. The Lakers should have beaten them. It was an easy winnable game, but they just couldn't get over the hump and show up in the second half, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's just one of those type of end of seasons type of scenarios of like where the Lakers are within the standings, and we look back in those particular games and say, hey, the Lakers should have won those games. If they would have been in a whole better situation if they won those games, but it's just one of those type of scenarios that I always think about. When the Lakers just lose games like this, or games like those. But tonight was a really good win for the Lakers to achieve tonight. So great night for the Lakers. So I can obviously sleep well tonight with the Lakers winning tonight, and of course, really looking forward to the game against the Broncos versus the Patriots. My Broncos in the AFC Championship. Really looking forward to that matchup, and hopefully, Jared Stidham show ups and dominates. And hearing all the hype that I've been hearing from Sean Payton, I mean, it's going to be a very good game to watch, and I'm really looking forward to that for sure. So really can't wait for tomorrow's Sunday's matchup, uh, Broncos versus the Patriots for the AFC Championship. So really looking forward to that. So hopefully they win. So thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. And please follow me all across social media. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.